Hey, Canucks fans, goaltender Spencer Martin is leaving Vancouver as he was claimed off waivers this morning by the Columbus Blue Jackets. Now, in Columbus, Martin will have a chance to probably a legitimate chance to battle for the backup spot behind Elvis Merzlikins. There's a goaltender there named Daniil Tarasov, and Tarasov, it was actually Merzlikins and then Korpisalo before he got moved, and Tarasov, who were the three main goalies in Columbus last year. And Tarasov played 17 games, not a great record, but that was a bad team. 4-11-1, 391 goals against average, and 892 save percentage. So then you contrast that to Spencer Martin last season, who played in 29 games, so 12 more games, went 11-15-1, had a 399 goals against compared to Tarasov's 391, and then a lower goals save percentage of 871 compared to Tarasov's 892. So by stats, and both of these guys played for bad teams, Tarasov for Columbus and Martin for Vancouver. By stats, technically Tarasov had a better season, but that doesn't mean that Martin can't come in and provide some competition for that backup position. Now, let's talk about Spencer Martin, because I don't know anything about Tarasov aside from what I read off the internet before I pressed record on this vlog. Spencer Martin was acquired by the Vancouver Canucks from Tampa in the summer of 2021. And then in the 2021-2022 season, spent it in the minors, and then got called up at the very last. Oh, actually, it wasn't the very last part of it. It was in the middle of the season when the Canucks had some health issues, and I'm pretty sure that was Halak's year, right? So Demko was down, and I guess Halak got hurt as well. So they brought up Spencer Martin, or maybe Spencer Martin was simply playing Halak. I can't remember. It was only 2 years ago, but I can't remember. But Martin was good. He went 3-0-3. So he did not lose a single game in regulation for the Vancouver Canucks in the 2021-2022 season. So he went 3-0-3, and he had a 1.74 goals against, which is awesome, and then a massive 950 save percentage. So no one was heralding him as the that he was going to unseat Thatcher Demko. But after that very small sample size, I think Canucks fans were pretty confident that Martin could be a good backup for Demko, at least relieve him and get some wins as the backup goalie needs to do. So the Canucks signed him basically to a $1.6 million contract that after during the 2022 summer. So a 2-year contract, 1.6, so in essence, $800,000 a season. And then Spencer Martin looked like he was going to be either the backup or at least battle for the backup spot behind Demko for last season. Then we know that they brought in Colin Delia as well for some insurance, and then Demko got hurt. He got hurt against Florida at the start of December, and the Canucks, amazingly, even though it was only December, they were already out of the playoff spots, the playoff chase, because of their horrible start. So then the Canucks, and they had no salary cap. They didn't go out and get a more experienced, better goaltender. So then it was Delia and Martin who were splitting all the games. And Martin really struggled last season. So he got into 29 games, which is more than a third of the season. So that's like backup numbers for sure, 29 games. But like I said, he only went 11-15-1 in those games with a really bad 399 save percentage and 399 goals against and an 871 save percentage. And obviously your goals against, to be an elite goaltender, it should be close to 2 or 2.1, 2.2. And the save percentage, you got to be giving a team like 9-10, 9-12 type save percentage. So Martin's numbers last season were way worse than his previous season. And obviously there were more games, more work, handling almost a starter's workload, or at least not just a backup's workload. And we know that last year the team in front of him really struggled, especially on the penalty kill. So not blame it all on Martin at all, because Delia's numbers weren't much better and the team overall was pretty poor. But it's just unfortunate that then what ends up happening with the Canucks is then there was all this talk about he was going to battle with Artur Silovs, who was coming off an awesome world championship, and the two of them were going to battle for this backup minutes behind Demko. And then the Canucks go out and trade for Casey DeSmith, who is, because of salary, experience, and skill level, is the bona fide backup now for sure. But then the Canucks also have Nikita Tolopilo. They have Zach Sawchenko. So they had a couple guys in their system, Ty Young. So not necessarily that they're better than Spencer Martin now, but the crease was getting very, very crowded in Vancouver. And unfortunately, I think Martin's play last season kind of was the writing on the wall in terms of that, coupled with how well Seelovs did at the World Championships, and then of course training for Casey DeSmith. That was a goaltender that the Canucks didn't need on their books. So they tried to trade him. That's the rumor, is they tried to trade him. Of course, you always try and trade players before you put them through waivers and lose them for free. But in essence, they found no takers. So they put him through waivers yesterday, kind of early in the process. Usually you wait until closer to the season start, but they put him through, and he does not get through because Columbus claims him. And like I said right at the start, Columbus will be battling for a playoff. I mean, Columbus, Martin will be battling with this guy named Tarasov for the backup position. Now, I really like Spencer Martin. I had a chance to meet him a couple times, and my main interaction with him, you guys remember when Spencer Martin was going on that great 3-0-3 run 2 seasons ago, one thing I joked about on TV and in the arena was how loud his pads were. I joked around that it seemed like there was a microphone lodged in his pads, because every time he made a pad save, boom, and it would reverberate through the arena at Rogers Arena, and it almost sounded like it was coming through the speakers. It was that loud. I don't know if he just makes really good flush saves with his pads, or the guys were shooting really hard on him, whatever. So I would joke about this in my vlogs all the time. And then I got to meet him last September at the Jake Milford golf tourney. So I introduced myself, and then I told him that I was a vlogger, and that I asked him if he has a mic hidden in his pads. Ha ha ha. Just trying to be funny. And then he actually said to me that he watches my videos. I'm not saying he watches everyone or he subscribes, but if you are watching this, Spencer, we love you, man. So I don't know if he watches all my videos, but he said that he watches my videos, and he knew that I made that joke about the microphone in his pads. So that was kind of cool. Admittedly, the fact that he watched my videos, that's obviously very cool. And the fact that he even knew about that kind of little nuance, that little joke that little rib I would always say about him. So obviously that meant a lot to me. The fact that he took the time to express that to me. He didn't have to tell me that, because he might think I suck as a vlogger, and then he didn't have to admit that he watched it. But that was really cool. And then we just had a really quick 2-minute chat, and then I wished him luck, not only for the golf tournament that day, but for the entire season. So I really like Spencer Martin as a person. He did a couple of interviews on Hockey Night in Canada, at least one that I can remember, that really vulnerable, really transparent, just seems like a really, really good guy. So for his hockey career, I'm happy. If he's going to get more of a shot in Columbus, then good on him. And I'll be certainly following and see how he does. And, and then personally, not that we're buddies or whatever, but it's always sad to see players leave town. But if professionally, this is better for him, and it's going to give him more opportunity and a chance to make more money down the road, then so be it. And we should wish Spencer Martin good luck. Thank you for the time here in Vancouver, and then a chance to thrive in Columbus. So Canucks fans, let me know what you think about this news. Were you surprised? Are you upset? Or was it basically the writing on the wall as soon as the Canucks traded for Casey DeSmith? Leave me a comment down below. Shout out to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate, Perform and Transform, Personal Training, Weight Loss. Thank you, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Carol Bovelander, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame and franchise members as well. And thanks to all of you for watching, subscribing, and supporting me on this channel. On your way out, like the video, subscribe, become a member, upgrade your membership, or leave a donation, and leave a comment down below your thoughts on Spencer Martin getting claimed off waivers by the Columbus Blue Jackets. Okay, friends, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Have a great day. God bless, and go Canucks go.